They say I can't fuck bitches. Can I fuck bitches or not, sir?
Am I gonna fuck bitches? Tropic Thunder! Welcome to Two Bros, Two Brews.
Got an
Episode. Who knows?
It's an episode. And it's a special beer again from our personal distributor. This one comes from Crown Point, Indiana. Soft Square Brewing. They went full pineapple on this one. They say never go full pineapple.
No, never go full pineapple, that's for sure.
But they did it.
They threw 120 pineapples into a whirlwind, whirl, swirl into their batch.
It's directly off their website. So
120.
I have a feeling this one's going to be intense.
6.6 ABV, similar to
Right on the dot.
Similar
to Alpha King.
Similar to Alpha King. Just missing.
I hope it's yellow.
Oh.
I will not be acknowledging that on this podcast.
I hope it's yellow so you piss yourself.
Got a nice little pour there.
This one looks fucking awesome.
Well, I messed that up pretty
Oh,
bad.
it smells so good.
Looks pretty cool.
Yeah.
I can't smell it. My glass is too big.
You give me more this time.
Yeah. I owed you a little bit.
Finish that boy
Top
off.
myself off.
So this is just a pineapple APA, right? It's APA.
Pineapple IPA.
That's APA. American Pale Ale.
It is an Indian Pale Ale.
Well, it says American right here. Okay, it's an American. It's an American IPA, right? Well, yeah, that's what it is.
This is an IPA. It's a pale ale. We don't know what kind it is, and they don't either.
It's an IPA, but it's American. That's what it says.
Yeah, an American IPA.
It's an American IPA, full pineapple, Tropic Thunder. Cheers to that.
It looks almost like juice.
It does look. It looks like fucking.
It
like
looks
pineapple juice, mango
Like,
juice.
yeah. Let's see.
Like, it looks thick. It looks so thick. It smells exactly like pineapple or mango. I think.
Ooh,
It's a lot of head on this boy. Poorly poured.
nice, frothy.
That's very fruity, but it's sweet fruity. It's not like tart fruity like in most IPAs. It's like really sweet.
I think I love it.
It's pretty fucking good. It tastes like candy canes, or not candy canes. What's like
You gonna say candy corn?
no, like Swedish fish kind of candies, like gummies, like mango gummies or something.
Yeah. Like peach rings.
Yeah, like peach.
Except pineapple.
Yeah.
It actually is.
I forget mango for some reason. It tastes really mango-y. Very tropical for sure.
It almost tastes like a hazy IPA, but it's not.
Sweeter. It's way sweeter.
Yeah.
Hazy IPAs are more like tart. This is like sweet. It's really fucking good. On the piss scale, 10 out of 10 as in looks. Definitely looks like piss.
It looks like piss. This looks like
especially
straight
on
piss.
the head. Does yours have like little pineapples in it, little seeds and stuff?
You see some shit.
Yeah.
Like almost like the pulp. There actually definitely is.
Yeah, there's pulp in there.
Visible pulp floating around. That's pretty cool.
I mean, they threw it said 120 pineapples. I don't know how big the batches are,
They gotta be pretty big.
but that they wanted the tropicalness of the drink to fucking hit you in the throat, which it does.
I was pretty suspicious of this because IPAs are normally like really dank, and I'm like, the pineapple, like that. There's no way.
I think it's really good.
But yeah, there is a way.
Especially if you're eating like maybe a meal like with I don't even know what you'd eat it with. Not like a steak. Maybe like some like lunch. Maybe like a sandwich, like a cold cut sandwich. It'd be fucking really good with.
A nice cold sub. Actually, yeah, that'd be pretty good.
Like Subway, not Subway, like Jimmy John's or I don't know, another sandwich shop.
I think more places should go full pineapple. Actually,
It's really fucking good.
this is
Oscar fucking hit it home run.
I think Indiana must have the good breweries.
Yeah, right on the border.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think this is we're really glad it's got imported from our secret special agent dealer. This rips. I would say that this might be one of the best IPAs I've ever had, if not the best IPA I've ever had.
It's one of the most unique ones I've had.
It's just so so good. So like the sweetness is not overwhelming. You couldn't drink like 6 of these, I don't think. You could drink 6 of these. I could not drink 6. You could drink 6 of anything.
I could do 6 of them, but
I could do 6.
it would wear on you. Yeah, it would wear on you because it's a super strong flavor. I think it looks 9 out of 10 piss, not fully earned, but
it looks
close.
Yeah, it definitely looks 9 out of 10 piss kill. But taste wise, I'm gonna say 1.5.
I'm giving it flat 2 because it's really good.
Yeah,
but I'm leaving room for the best beer I've ever had. At some point, I'm gonna say
1.5.
This is the best beer I've ever had. I'm not ready to call it that, but
it's the best IPA I've ever had. For personally, me.
I think someone could say that and like be respected. You know, like that's a respectable.
The flavor's so subtle. It's like the aftertaste isn't like that classic IPA. Like
God, it's so.
It's just fruity. Good. Yeah, it's so fucking good.
We're gonna need to thank our distributor.
Our distributor definitely needs to be nice.
It's got good taste.
Maybe we'll watch the movie with the distributor. But yeah, Oscar really hit a home run. Very proud of him. What do you think?
I'm gonna get mad because I'm gonna look for these now.
Yeah, you won't find these. So
they're not gonna be in Arizona.
I don't know if you can get it all the time. I'd have to do more.
Oh yeah, it's a seasonal beer, we think.
I think so. Not
get them while they're hot.
Definitely not positive. But they have it's a brewery that has a lot of special beers. Most of they have Hefeweizen.
Oh, cool.
But they do mostly just like kind of wild stuff, which is really really fucking cool. Mm. I'd recommend it if you're see them. Tropic Thunder, Off Square Pineapple IPA. Good way to end 2020, I'd say. Which brings us into our topic. 2021.
2021, new year coming up.
What do you expect?
New things.
I feel like the podcast, maybe we can get that rolling a bit.
New episodes. Well, I was talking to I don't know, one of my friends a little bit ago, and they're like, "What do you want?" They're like, most people say 2020 sucked pretty bad, right? Mm-hmm. They're like, "What do you want to see different?" I'm dead serious. I was like, if nothing happened at all, if I had like the most drab, boring year, it'd be better. It'd be like, oh man, that was a good recovery. Yeah. I feel like even like on a national level, at least, I feel like 2020 was so garbage that that's pretty rare. But I would be stoked for like a boring year of not much. And if I did even like 2 cool things popped up in the news.
Well, you're gonna do some cool things like next week, so that's a good.
I'm gonna do some cool stuff. I'm gonna go skiing for the new year. Never done it. Snowboarding actually. That'll be cool. I'm gonna
fall on your ass a little bit.
I'll learn to surf.
Some bumps and bruises.
Yeah, I'm gonna get beat at the weather. The elements are gonna take me for a ride.
Yeah, the winters, the harsh blizzards of the Alps that you're attending.
But you know that would almost without doubt, if in the next 2-3 weeks I try surfing and I try snowboarding, doesn't matter what happens, 2021 is a better year than 2020. I don't need to see the rest of the year.
Interesting.
Because I surfed, I snowboarded, and it wasn't 2020.
Yeah, 2020 is obviously shitty, but it'll be memorable.
It'll be memorable.
So that's good. It's one of those, like, I don't know if you can remember what you did in 2018, but I'll definitely remember 2020.
It's gonna set a baseline because I feel like we still got a ways to live.
We're also young, right? So it's a good time for it to happen.
Well, the next time there's a shit year and everyone knows it, it's gonna be compared to 2020. It's gonna be is this a 2020 type of year, or is this
I feel like when people look back on 2020, they're even gonna think it's worse.
Yeah, because
in 10 years people are gonna be like, 2020. I couldn't even leave my bathroom because COVID was everywhere.
You're gonna be telling your kids about it.
Yeah.
Well, people got quarantined. A good amount of people.
Mm-hmm. I got quarantined.
I mean, in their bedroom. Did you see that? Say they live with a family.
Oh yeah.
One person, and they literally can't leave their bedroom for 2 weeks. They like slide plates under the door or something, or they'll drop it, leave,
have them
pick it up, grabs it.
Yeah, that's crazy. I mean, that was crazy.
That would traumatize me. I think.
I had a roommate, and I was actually pretty pissed about it. This is definitely like peak COVID, like maybe April.
Yeah. Somewhere
around April, May. He was he thought he had it, and he got tested. Yeah. And after he got tested, he came back to the house, and he was just like acting like he was like nothing's
without knowing if he had it or not.
Yeah, he didn't know yet. He didn't get tested. He didn't get his results. Yeah. But he was like, he literally like he made all of us quarantine because we worked together. Yeah. And we lived together, so all of us had to quarantine. Yeah. And he was just like walking around the house, like, and we're like, dude, what the hell are you doing? He's like in the kitchen, like fucking. We're like, if you think you're sick, go the fuck to your room.
You have to.
Like, you're gonna sit here, you're gonna walk around and like trying to get us all sick. And like, I mean, if you're not sick, I don't care. If you're doing it because you're faking, then I mean, you're an asshole. But
right,
like, at least tell us. But if you're gonna say, I think I have COVID, and then like fucking walk around the house like everyone's sick. Like, get
you're kind of an asshole.
Yeah, super.
My roommate, I didn't see him for almost 2 days straight, but we were still in my apartment, which isn't very big. And after the second day, I was like, is this guy all right? I was thinking straight up, I was like, I'm gonna have to check his room or something. Like, I was getting a little worried. I was like, and I don't know, I didn't text him or anything. I was like, whatever, you're your own person. And then it turns out he thought he maybe got COVID, but he actually didn't. I don't know why he didn't text me. It ended up being strep, I think, so like he was COVID free. But at some point he came out, like he was making food, or I was making food, and he came out to grab something, and he comes out in a mask, and it was responsible, but it was so funny to me. He was like in the corner of the apartment. He was like looking at me. He's like, I don't want to get you sick, dude. I'm like, what the fuck? Like, I was like, no matter how far away you are, I'm sick. I was like, we are in a 2-person apartment. We're using the same stove and everything. And he's like, he's got his mask on. He's like looking at me. He's like, I'm so sorry. I think I got COVID.
Yeah. If your apartment had no walls, it'd probably be like similar to a studio in terms of size.
Yeah, it's compact.
It's
so
small.
Really cool of him, you know.
Yeah. Oh, that's
not being like,
nice.
Yeah, really responsible.
I was like, what? Especially because this is before anyone knew anything.
Yeah.
It's like when fear was at its
how bad is it?
Climax.
Like,
yeah. So you're like, and he's just, well, you guys have to quarantine. You guys have to quarantine with me. And we're like, okay.
That's hilarious.
And he's like walking around like, and then his girlfriend she was living with us, but she like went upstairs. She's like messing with stuff, and she's coming down and like going around. I'm like, okay, you guys need to figure this out.
Did you give him a talk?
Yeah, we did actually.
Yeah, you'd have to
like,
go to your room.
Are you sick? He's like, yeah, I think I'm sick. Then fuck off upstairs. Like, your girlfriend can bring you food, I guess, but it's still weird though, cause like he thinks he's sick, and then she's like, okay, I'll stay. Like, I'm gonna stay in that room. It's like, why would you do that?
Well, there's a goal.
It's a very weird situation.
Where I think everyone's goal for 2021, right? If things can open up, boom, which coincides with dealing with it better. Maybe Jesus Christ, maybe get vaccinated or something. But if you can just go to by the end of the year, like 1 full year from now, if you can go to a restaurant or go to a bar, and it's like chill. Good year.
I mean, you've been around here for a little bit.
Yeah.
But that's kind of how it is here.
Oh, well, people here in Arizona don't care that much. I mean, you know, California's on a stay-at-home order, and
California's like
they're one of the hardest on
it. It's crazy there. It's like silly crazy.
Yeah, no, I mean
it's unnecessarily.
They just started that back up, but did you see they're at? I think I told you that they're at 140% capacity in hospitals. They're turning people down.
I saw that.
So I mean, they're just now getting like what New York had.
Yeah, but I mean they've had 9 months to like put up additional hospitals or like additional temporary hospital units.
Yeah, I'm not the governor. I'm just saying they got it bad.
I'm just saying like crashing the economy and then not doing anything to like help the problem.
Well, a lot of people defy the order, which makes it not work. I'm not saying it would work perfectly if they didn't, but at this point, businesses are just like, no, we're staying open. Or they'll like, or when it was open air, you know, they'd like just open the door and be like, this is open air, fuck you. Yeah. So it was, I mean, they stayed up and running. But
that's also where you were. I feel like LA and San Francisco and stuff is much worse.
LA's way worse. LA is super strict.
Yeah.
So yeah, here it's the same, but I mean, other places it's not. It's like you can't do shit.
We're like in a bubble. Because we're like, oh, COVID, there's nothing wrong. It's kind of chill.
I mean, it's weird how the state lines are. Do you keep up with Illinois, Iowa, what they do at all? Illinois is pretty heavy on like they close early, like 10 p.m. or midnight for bars or something.
Everyone knows COVID goes away after 10.
It goes away, and it's all outside seating and stuff only. Iowa basically doesn't care, and it's really funny because we're right on the river, right? So people like you're locked down in Illinois, they're like, fuck it, let's go to Iowa. You drive 5 minutes over the river and the bars are open and like the restaurants are open.
They're partying.
So I bet Iowa's getting tons of business, and
Iowa's always been a better state.
You think?
Honestly, yeah. I mean, Chicago obviously is pretty cool, but in terms of like state policies, Iowa's like has nice roads. They have money.
They're better. They're better on infrastructure.
That was awesome.
But they do weird stuff though. I think they just very recently decriminalized weed.
Oh, I mean, yeah.
Like they're not to make it a weed thing, but they're really harsh on certain stuff.
That was like about this year. Oh, decriminalized.
Decriminalized, yeah. Like a couple of years ago, it was like criminalized
Yeah.
in Iowa. You get like shit on for it, and they're that gets too political too quick.
Yeah, too political.
But it depends. It's just what's cool is if they're almost opposites in a lot of ways. So if you don't like something about one, you just go across the river, and you're good.
Yeah, I mean it's super weird about borders in the United States right now.
I didn't
Like,
realize it until this year, like the state power type of thing. I mean, every single state is doing something different.
Florida is even more radical than Arizona. They're just like, yeah, come and play. Like
they're open.
Like 2 weeks into the crisis, like March, UFC's like, oh, go to Florida.
Yeah. They say, oh, we can do it in Florida. They're in like Miami, doing it.
Which I mean, I think I don't know. I think it's fine, but it just depends on how safe you are while you're doing it. But towards 2021, hopefully it's a better year. I don't agree. I won't be content if it's just like nothing happens. I guess if COVID's gone and nothing happens.
COVID's gone and it's a boring year.
Then maybe it's fine. But I would like to at least I would like to at least start traveling, hopefully.
That'd be cool.
Do some kind of traveling. It'd be nice to go overseas, but it's okay if that doesn't happen. I'm not like in a rush. I'm not like trying to be selfish about it.
It's probably unlikely.
Yeah, it is unlikely.
Even that they'll let you. Other countries will let you.
But it'd be cool. Just being able to go not wear a mask maybe, which I don't think is gonna happen either. But that'd be nice.
I got used to the mask, but it's weird. I keep it on me now, like my wallet and keys.
I think everyone does.
Everyone does, and it's cool because you adapt to it pretty quick, and it's really not that hard to do.
It actually, I mean, people say it makes sense. Cause it's like, right, just don't get anyone sick. We should be doing this anyway. But it's like it's super like, like half of your face is covered. You're not seeing anyone's emotions. If someone's smiling, you don't know.
It takes a bit of humanity out. I do think people will wear masks from now on.
Hospitals,
if you're sick or
always.
something.
Hospitals should always have masks.
Yeah.
I think.
Before though, say like you get a cold, everyone was like this. You get a cold, I don't know, maybe not a flu, but you're a little sick. People didn't wear masks. They just kind of walked around. They're like, oh, I'm sick, whatever.
Yeah.
I bet
they
now.
Go to work.
Huh?
They go to work.
Yeah. But even now, if you go to work and you have like a little cold, say 3 years from now, I don't think it will be weird if someone puts a mask on and they just wear it for the day.
I don't know. We'll see.
Right when masks started, like before anyone was you were like really proactive if you were wearing one. I thought it was weird. I would do a double take and I'm like, person with a mask, like what's that? And now
that probably
I would never look twice.
There definitely will be people that still wear them.
Yeah.
Hopefully, people that are sick will wear them.
Yeah.
But there's so many people now that just don't even wear them even during COVID. So
Or
like
again,
the
that's like an Arizona thing again. Yeah.
It is a bigger. I mean, where you live too, there's a lot of people that don't wear them. Big time in Arizona though.
Yeah.
But I just don't get it. I'm like, the government's totally trying to suppress your rights by making you quote unquote not get people sick.
It's my constitution.
Which is really funny. It's really funny because like I don't think I know anyone in the military because I was in the military. When I was in the military or now when I'm out of the military, I don't think I know anyone that was like, we don't need to wear masks because it's against our rights. Everyone's like, just wear a mask.
They're pretty fine with it.
Yeah, they were like, I mean, they didn't want to. I don't think anyone wants to. No. But they're like, sure, I'll wear a mask if I need to wear a mask. It's fine.
It's so easy though. I think you can almost like tell a lot about a person by how they react to being told to wear.
You can tell the way I see it is like you're very close-minded.
Close-minded, yeah. I was thinking like maybe spoiled or selfish, but it's not even a selfish thing because it's just not hard to do.
Yeah.
Like you just put it on, and I mean people have meltdowns over it.
I think it's just like almost inhumane or just rude
to not wear one.
Yeah. It's like you could be killing like a 65-year-old person. Yeah. Like you don't know how like your grandma's gonna react. You don't know how my like grandparents are gonna react. Yeah. And you won't wear a mask because you're like being suppressed.
Yeah. Oh, there's a big one.
It's a lot.
2021. Hope for 2021 is that every single thing becomes less political. Honestly, I feel like 2020 was one of the most political years I can remember. Of course, it's an election year, but COVID makes it political.
Which is so weird.
I mean,
how's a disease political? It's crazy.
Yeah, right. It's like
or not disease, the virus.
Yeah, it shouldn't be.
The vaccine is political.
The vaccine, I mean that's going to.
It is kind of weird how fast it was though.
The vaccine
compared to other vaccines, of course. But I mean, that's the point. We wanted it fast so we can get this.
I saw someone make a post, and I don't remember the numbers at all, but it's something that they were just looking at the money funds that went to different vaccines, and it was something like for instance, like AIDS. You don't get a vaccine, but you know there's medication and stuff now. It took something like 10 years to hit the money that COVID already hit.
Yeah.
And it was like, I mean, it was in the billions, like way bigger. COVID got the funds like that.
Yeah.
So it makes sense. You know, if it's all funded by money, COVID got way more money than anything else.
Isn't it wild how like much money it takes to produce a vaccine?
I know.
Like if you're thinking of like 10,000 scientists.
Yeah, like
that's
how
like
much?
they're making $100,000 a year each person.
Yeah.
And that's what it. You know, it's like that's only like what, $1 million or something, or $10 million is what they're.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm retarded.
Far off from $1 billion.
Even if it's $100 million,
Yeah.
just like they're like what you're paying them.
Yeah.
It's so crazy to think about.
And it's like, I mean, I'm bad at science.
Yeah.
Like, and this will make it very clear.
Yeah.
But just that it requires that many people to make a vaccine.
Even it's not even the people either. It's like how much does it cost to like mix some chemicals together?
Right? I mean,
it's money does not go very far when it comes to like government funding or like big projects. It's really, I mean, I guess I don't know because I've never worked in like massive business, but it's very interesting how little money is stretched. I guess. Yeah. You're spending billions of dollars on the vaccine.
You'd think. I mean, this is the dumbest comparison, but I mean, you think you pay someone, say $50 million to make some cool practical invention you want, right? It's really difficult, but you give them $50 million in a team, and you're like, just make the thing. People can make anything. Yeah. You want a vaccine? They're like, no, we need 500 billion. Yeah. You know, it's.
Like Google was made with just a couple people. Facebook was made in a freaking college dorm room. Vaccine though, need $10 billion. But I think it's because of the mass of it.
Well, they
so
produce
many people are doing
so
it.
much,
They have to produce it. They have to test it. They have to like pay people to do the tests. They test it on animals and humans. Like it definitely
trials.
If you think about it, and if you actually think about it, it makes a little bit of sense. But it's just crazy how much money that actually is. And it's also crazy how fast it was given. You know, like how fast we fundraised.
Pretty sweet. My brother got the vaccine.
Oh yeah, my mom did too. Yeah. She only had the first shot though.
They make you wait 22 days, I think, for the second one.
She actually was funny because she's one of those people that definitely wasn't like super paranoid about it. She was very safe.
I thought she would be.
No, she was very safe about it. Like, especially because her work, she would definitely wash down everything, like be very safe, be very like all that. Yeah. But as soon as she got the shot, she was like, okay, now I need to be extra safe because she was like, if I get it between the first shot and the second shot, like, this is so like she was like, I cannot be that fucking dumb. Yeah. And like a bunch of people at her work are getting it too, the virus. Yeah. Not the vaccine. They're getting the vaccine too, but a lot of them are getting sick before they get the vaccine. Do
you know if you're between the first and second shot, are you like weak for 22 days? Is it like
you're like apparently like you're like 30% safe. Okay. Whatever that means. Yeah. Like you're safer, but apparently once you get the second shot, then you're like fully vaccinated.
I've never heard of a vaccine that requires 2 doses.
There's actually a decent amount.
It's common.
Yeah, there's one that I had to take. Maybe it's Hep B or something like that. Hep C. Yeah. HIV. One of those that was required for the military. HIV. One of those required for the military, and you have to take 3 shots. Oh, that suck. Yeah. It's like every 6 months or something you have to take a shot, or every 3 months for the like 9 months. It's something like that. But it was 3 vaccinations. So I know it is a thing for sure. It wasn't like some sketchy like Neo. Yeah, take 2 shots.
Yeah. I don't think it's sketchy, but well, and man, I don't know what people were saying this back in like March or something, right? Because you get the COVID memes and stuff, and they're like, what do we even talk about before quarantine and lockdown? Yeah. And then people even dropped that, but really it's like almost every time I have a conversation with someone, COVID comes up or locked something. Say we're just free. Say tomorrow it's like, you're free, hopefully 21 sometime. What were we like? Like, what did we...
I feel like most of our conversations have nothing to do with it.
Oh, well, yeah, but like with the average, it's almost like talking about the weather.
It's like the weather or the news or like politics. It's just like, you see what Trump did, or, you know, see about COVID?
Not I mean, Trump's an exception, but Florida? I feel like COVID overrode most of the standard small talk. I don't talk about the weather with anyone now.
I never wanted to talk about the weather.
I like talking about the weather.
Really?
Yeah. I love talking about the
Yeah,
weather.
like, oh, fucking
I check it every day.
Illinois. Big
I'm
blizzard.
like, you know, it's gonna get cloudy 4 p.m. That's what you got. I get specific on the weather. It's pretty cool.
That's cool, actually.
Yeah.
I'd rather have that conversation than. So it's really nice out today.
Yeah, I don't like talking about how nice it is. I like complaining about the weather. Like, man, it's gonna get 40 degrees tonight.
Yeah, that's how I am during the summer in Arizona. Here,
Yeah.
I'm like 120 fucking degrees. Kidding me? I want to get out of this.
Desert Bowl.
This desert
Sand
valley.
Sand Valley.
I don't know how this place got popular. It's really funny. I was thinking about that. I was actually thinking about that the other day, like Vegas and Phoenix.
Yeah.
Where they're like, someone's just like fucking in a buggy and cart, you know, like a cart and the horses, and they're just like trotting around. They're like surrounded by mountains. It's a good place to stop and
Set up camp.
It's probably during winter.
Yeah.
They're like, it's nice out. I love this place. Like I heard about the California. This must be like California.
Maybe they didn't know what they were doing.
Yeah, and they were like, I'm gonna build a mini city. Me, my family, my cousins, my parents, my brothers, sisters. We're gonna have a nice little village out here.
By the time it gets hot out, you've already settled in.
And they're dead. They all died.
Damn it.
Probably. And then someone comes around, the next person comes along, and they're like, oh, there's some nice houses already built out here.
We already got a little thing going. I mean, I'll just tack onto it. And then...
There's a nice lake out there,
Mhm.
a couple miles away. And yeah, I don't know how the cities got started though. I mean, obviously,
Kind of, it's one of
there are
the
resources
dumber-
there, but
the dumber places.
There are a lot of lakes though here, actually.
In around Phoenix?
Yeah, you know what we went to?
Yeah.
This had like
Going to a lake?
like the 3-4 lakes, like sequential. They all fill each other.
And they're natural, right?
Yeah.
Honestly, how do they stay lakes?
Don't know.
It doesn't rain.
I'm not a scientist.
Snow's not like melting. Like,
It actually could be snow from Flagstaff.
you think it maybe runs down like winter and it runs down.
I think so.
Okay, because I mean that shit would dry up.
Well, in Vegas, I don't know where that's man-made, I believe.
Yeah.
I don't know if the lake is, but definitely there's a dam there that's man-made.
Yeah.
Obviously.
Yeah.
It's a big-ass dam. It's not a beaver.
It's a giant chunk of metal that opens and closes. Yeah.
But,
I thought we might have made that one.
Really, so it's man-made. But that, I don't know if there's anything running into that one. And that one's depleting quick. You can actually see, like from when I was a kid compared to now, I went there, I drove past it the other day. Like a year ago?
Yeah.
Actually, just about a year ago.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like shocked.
So
Like,
sad?
Yeah, it's like super sad. It's like, this thing is not gonna last more than like the next 8 years. That's what I was thinking. Like, this is like almost gone.
Mm.
It was like super high. Now it's like, you can start seeing like the freaking like dirt and stuff.
There's like rocks
Yeah.
coming out of it.
It's like brutal. It's brutal. It was like a shocking sight.
That's what I expect from here. I mean, they're both deserts.
Yeah. I think actually California gets a lot of their water from us.
You told me that, and it doesn't make sense.
Why?
It just doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
That's another. I'm really big on dumb science today. I think. Why can, honestly, do you know? Why can California not, or why does it not take basically ocean salt water and just like purify it? Because there's a huge shortage there. Couldn't you? You could almost like reverse. Like you get like your little tunnel, like reverse suction.
Osmosis or whatever.
Yeah, I mean the ocean's got
I think that we have figured out how to filter ocean water.
Yeah.
But it's really, really expensive.
Money again.
Yeah. Apparently it's really expensive. Like it takes a lot of resources just to filter out because it's so concentrated. And it's like, you know, when you like stir salt into your cup of water, it'll never like sediment to the bottom. It's always mixed in that from, you know.
Oh yeah,
Like
it just
all-
stays. It
yeah.
just properly stays mixed.
And I think it's like it's because it's so like bound to the molecules, the water molecules,
Yeah.
that it's like very difficult to split it back
Separate
apart.
it?
Yeah.
Okay.
So it takes a lot of resource, a lot of money, a lot of time, I'm assuming.
Yeah.
I think that like the quantity that they get from, I don't know, but I know it's expensive.
Okay.
But I think we have figured it out. It's just not.
It's
it'd be like
unpractical.
$30 a bottle of water or something.
Yeah, so like they're not gonna do that until they have to or something.
Yeah.
Because just at face value, it's just kind of weird. You hear
It is
like
weird.
there's a massive water shortage. You look at you're on the beach,
Yeah.
like looking at the entire ocean.
Yeah.
Like, no, I think we got a little bit.
It's weird that it doesn't rain there.
Yeah, like
because usually oceans provide a lot of rain.
yeah.
You know, like Florida, like Seattle, or like
Oh
Washington.
yeah, it gets stormy.
And they're
you know?
super like Washington, Oregon. They rain a lot.
Yeah,
But then you get down to California, it's like we're perfect weather. We don't give a fuck.
it's just too good.
Yeah, it's
Rain
super.
passed
It
us-
actually is.
passed us by.
I mean, I'm sure there's science behind it. Maybe it's because of the weather, because it's so close to the equator. Maybe it's like some temperature thing.
Yeah, it is lower.
So maybe like because it's the winter there's no seasons there is probably why. Something about the seasons probably helps it rain. I don't know. I'm not a meteorologist. That's probably what it is though.
The seasons. Yeah, I guess I can't remember what it is. So like I don't know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
But I guess like San Diego, there's basically not four different climates, but four different like clashing geographies that creates. Because I was like, why is the weather? Because even in LA, they get summers. You know, like 90-degree summer, and it sucks,
Yeah.
and it doesn't in San Diego. And I guess I can't remember the fourth one. There's mountains right like above San Diego, desert right to the right of it, like dunes and shit, and then the ocean to the left. And I guess the mountains provide some sort of barrier, like I don't want to say wind barrier, but there's some sort of barrier, and then the desert provides like almost an outlet, like a weird thing, and the ocean brings in cooler weather. It's like a weird trifecta, and it just like blocks out weather. And it's obviously a lot more technical than that. But where as far as you get up to LA, you know, they're not by the actual like duny desert, the proper desert.
They like all the mountains and stuff.
Yeah, more mountainy. So it's something about it creates this like bowl.
It's like a pocket.
Yeah, pocket. It's not a bowl. It's a pocket of like clashing geographies. And I guess it stops the rain too. Yeah,
makes sense. I guess can't argue with it.
It doesn't make any sense, but you know, someone tells me, and I'm like, yeah,
it sounds about right.
Like, yeah, mountains and desert equals good weather.
Yeah, and then it also brings a lot of people. A lot of people, no water, no weather.
Doesn't seem too busy. It's
Place
pretty
to
cool.
be in San Diego.
I mean, we are on literally a lockdown.
And you're also like in San Diego, which is a very big city, but compared to LA or San Francisco.
Yeah. Because those places, I haven't really explored them, but I think they would annoy me with the population density, and it doesn't feel like that. So that's cool.
Yeah. Even when I visited San Diego before lockdown, and it was pretty dope.
Yeah.
Like it wasn't very busy. There was not a lot of traffic, but I might have got lucky. There's a lot of cars, but like they were moving.
I go like 80 normally everywhere. I did, and it's busy, but it doesn't slow down. That's why we were on the interstate, and like your traffic was being weird. I got pissed so quick because it's like, why are they braking? And like stopped for no reason.
There's a lot of weird stuff in Phoenix. People don't know how to drive really anywhere, including me.
It took me like 2.5 months, 2 months to learn how to drive
in San Diego.
Because
it took you like 4 years to learn how to drive. After you turn 16.
Yeah. I'm still learning how to drive, but no, every time I was really bad at checking like blind spots and stuff, because when there's no traffic, you don't have to, and it'd be busy, and I'd be going like 70, and I swear I was like borderline suicidal the first 2 weeks I was driving, because I needed to get over lanes. I can't tell what's going on. I turn my flicker on, I'd be like freaking out, like fuck it, and I just like go, and I'm actually like kind of bracing. I'm like, I might hit something, and I'm like for 2 weeks, I'm even out loud, like fuck it, and like start swerving around.
You have to be pretty aggressive.
Yeah, that's what I learned, and now I'm comfortable with it.
Yeah.
I'm like listening to music. I'm kind of like grooving and like just changing lanes.
Yeah.
But I was ready to end it all.
Kind of cut someone off, not cut them off, but you have to like force your way in a little bit.
It's so weird. I'll be like, say this is just like normal driving. It turns out, but I want to get in the right lane. I'll look at the car I'm gonna pass, and I'm gonna be like, after I pass that car, I'm just yeeting it, and so I'm like, I'm not gonna hit anyone. I'm just past him.
Yeah.
Before I didn't know to do that, and I would. What I realized I would do, I was talking to my roommate because he's from California, is it's like a 6-lane freeway or something, right? It's huge.
Yeah.
You only really need to worry about the lane you're in and the lane you want to get in.
Yeah.
I would look at all 6 lanes.
Really?
Yeah. I was looking all the way left, all the way right, and I'm seeing like 25 cars. And I'm doing like the math in my head. I'm like, oh shit. like I got nowhere to go. And I'm like, so I don't know why. I was like analyzing the entire road. and it'll just freak you out.
Yeah.
Still, if you do that, it'll freak you out.
Yeah.
And now it's like tunnel vision. I'm like, I want that, and I'm gonna go there.
Yeah.
And I just
I guess that's something you have to learn if you're not used to it. I'm sure many people from more rural areas would be similar.
I still think that because I have my Illinois plates, and so anytime I do something stupid, people were honking at me when I first moved out there for everything I did.
Yeah.
I was like, I know that they know I'm from Illinois.
Yeah.
I don't know how to drive, and they're probably cursing me out.
Yeah.
But
This foreigner.
now I'm a local, so
You're local. You're a man of San Diego. You're a scholar and a gentleman. You own multiple pairs of dress shoes.
I have more than one pair. Of
And to
dress
that I'll
shoes.
say, thanks for watching. Go Pineapple Boy.
Go full pineapple.
1.5 out of 10 on the piss scale.
It actually is pretty tasty. I noticed pineapple chunks at the bottom. If they can handle it, I can drink it.
Yeah, once I looked at that, I was like, okay, I gotta make sure to find more because I know it's not backlash, but I just ordered these fucking